one more button. All right. Welcome to Sunday's Spirituality Meets Politics with Dr. Heather Harder, my mother, and me. Hello, Leslie. Go ahead, Mom. Take over.
Okay. Well, welcome. We do this Sunday night conversation every Sunday night using the same Zoom lines, but we're also broadcast on Instagram and YouTube. So if you're watching on those other channels, Stacy's going to hold up the number for Zoom so you can join in to the call via Zoom. The reason why it may be advantageous to be with us in Zoom is because we don't broadcast the whole thing. We actually have three parts to our conversation. The first is calling in protection, guidance, and truth. That's broadcast. And then we do some light work for the world, the political process, and whatever else spirit guides us to do. That's broadcast. And then we go dark and we only have our Zoom conversation based on whatever people are looking at or struggling with or dealing with, because it really does not serve us to get anxious or fear-based or hopeless in this process. There's a lot of things going on. Some of it is not so much fun, and that seems to be the part that's always in our face. So we wanted to have an opportunity to process the information and process it from a spiritual perspective, to build greater trust that all is divinely perfect, that we are living in a magnificent, wondrous, preordained time on this planet where the light workers have come in order to shift the planet from a third dimensional density to a fifth dimensional density. And in order to do that, we have to expose and rid much of the corruption, much of the greed, much of the lower vibrations, much of the third dimensional thinking that got us into a war-based mindset, and then move into a fifth dimensional thinking, which is a love-based mindset. So with that, we're going to just start by calling in, asking for protection, guidance, and truth. We are being bombarded with all kinds of information. Some serves us, some doesn't serve us. And so calling in truth allows us to be able to recognize and process and act on information that we trust. The only way you can tell the information that you can trust is not its source or who gave it to you, but your internal truth meter. Everybody has one. Your body is a great gift and will help you recognize truth if only you'll listen. And then from there, we'll go into the light work. So for right now, each of you in your own way, ask for your own protection, your own guidance, and to call in, recognize, honor, and respect truth. And then to remember that in the true essence of who we are is just light. Our body is not who we are. We have a body and it's a wonderful gift, but it's not who we are. The body has its own consciousness. We have a mind. A mind has its own consciousness. It too does not define who we are. It can limit who we are, but it's not our identity. We have to stretch beyond the physical and the mental in order to get to the true self, which is a spiritual divine essence, and formless, omnipresent, all-powerful part of us that we're learning to tap into and be able to use to move us through this physical world. If you will, just imagine yourself in that formless light, love. You can see yourself as an orb of light or just a wonderful beacon of light, a beam of light Doesn't matter how you see yourself as light, but the more you can see yourself as light, the more you activate that divine spark of self. Light, love, God all carry the same vibration. You are a part of the divine, therefore you carry that vibration. The decisions you make, the actions you take, the foods you eat, the beverages you drink, the thoughts, the words you speak, all of those things impact your energy. The more you can honor that divine self, the more you make decisions that empower that divine aspect of who you are. So allow yourself to be the light, move to the center, your divine place of connection. It's an imaginary place. You can make it look like anything. I like mine to look like a beach because I love beaches. So I go to the beach. Look wherever you're comfortable, wherever you feel safe, wherever you feel loved and trusted. That's where your center is. And then imagine yourself standing at a pillar of light. This pillar is a reminder of who you are and what you have access to. As you begin to master the use of this light, you are invincible. And Jesus said, don't you know these things that I do? You can do these and greater still. Another time he said, don't you know that ye are gods? He really was speaking to us during this time. We have to begin to honor and empower that divine part of ourselves. And we're going to let that heavenly energy come down through us in this pillar of light, and we send it on into the earth. And we send it to the atmosphere and the weather patterns and the mass consciousness and all those who choose to be in a place of influence, a leader. But today we're going to focus on sending our energy to those beings, those people who have chosen to dim their lights. We're going to see like beams of light going from us to the people who are deceiving, manipulating, controlling, or giving us information they know is not truth. We're going to see that non-truth be like quarks. It's going to float to the top of our awareness. It's time not to accept anything that anyone says to you until it's gone through your own truth filter and you recognize and honor and accept it as your truth. We're going to ask the heavenly helpers from all walks of life to empower our love, to neutralize, to change, to alter, to make us aware of anything that is not truth, anything that's meant to manipulate or control us or to keep us from our power. And we ask our heavenly helpers to neutralize anything that is intended to lower our capacity to be our best self. So whether we put something in our body that doesn't serve us, or whether we've spoken something that doesn't serve us, we're going to ask the universe to neutralize those things so that our body can be at its peak performance. Our mind, our core essence is empowered in order that we can fulfill our divine destiny and change this planet. It is why we came. But in order to do our job, we have to be courageous and confident and competent. We have to be willing to listen and hear and act on our divine whisperings. we have to have the wisdom to know who we are and act in full confidence in every aspect of our life. We are not handicapped. We are not limited. We are not just humans. We are divine creatures that have chosen to come to this planet and live in limitation until we can fully awaken to our true self and unlimited powers. And we ask our heavenly helpers to keep sending us energy and love and anything else that we need in order to be fully aware of who we are and what we're capable of. Then from this empowered state, we send love to all those beings, all those messages that are doing their best to limit us, to hold us back, to keep this planet and humanity from moving forth. Whether they be known or unknown sources, we want to bombard them with unlimited love. We want truth to become apparent in the hearts of humanity. And anything that is not truth will become known and neutralized. And those who spread truth will be recognized and honored, and those who spread non-truths will be recognized and dealt with appropriately. And bless the wisdom of our Creator, who put into place the karmic rule of law, that whatever you put out, you must experience. That whatever you do, you must also experience. That you will always reap what you sow. We take a deep, deep breath. With every breath we take, with every step we make, we empower this message and the energies of truth and integrity in every aspect of our life and life on this planet. And because karma is the law of the land, that what you put out, you must experience, then we open our hearts and our minds to receive that unconditional love. Just allow the love to come back into you, filling every cell, every atom, every part of your DNA, full of balancing, loving, empowering energy. And then we give permission to the angels to continue to use our love and this energy in any way that serves this planet and its people. I again dedicate my life and my body to service. So anything that I can do, please let me know. If each of you want to say it, that's fine, but take it seriously. It is an open invitation. So if you want to rededicate yourself, please feel free to do so. And trust that everything is in divine order. And when you're ready, just take a deep breath. Come back to the here and now, slowly, gently, carrying this very peaceful, this very serene, this very loving, truth-filled energy and integrating it into your life, your business, your experiences, as we continue to send it out to Washington, to all the capitals of the planet, to all the world leaders. And we give gratitude for the divine plan, knowing everything is in divine, perfect order. And if you're listening to us online, you're welcome to put in a question or a comment. And if you're not on Zoom with us, you're welcome to join us on Zoom, because very shortly we're going to go to our private conversation. So Stacy, are there any comments or anything that people want to share?
We'll see. So far, just hellos and highs. And if you do want to, first of all, it's not going, there it goes. If you do want to join us on Zoom, the Zoom is 831-7553-8434. And that's the Zoom.
Okay, you jotted that around a lot, so I couldn't even read it.
What?
So put it up there again, right there. Hold it. Okay.
Talk, it goes away from my screen. So
Okay.
there you go. You can rewind and pause and record. But many blessings.
And do know that every Thursday night we have a spiritual conversation that's also broadcast on Instagram and YouTube. And you're welcome to join us on Thursday night at 6. And you can message Stacy for the contact numbers for that. Every Sunday we use this number, and then on Thursdays we have a different number for our spiritual conversations.
Yes.
So thank you.
Thank you. We had a friend that joined us on Zoom, but it looks like they got lost. But welcome back to Mayfair. Okay.
I know there was a Nancy that joined in, but
I know she's she told me on Instagram she was going to be joining Zoom. So.
Okay, we lost her. Okay, all's perfect.
Perfect.
You don't have to say anything if you don't want, but if you do, it's fun to join in and have the conversation.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for being here on this planet during all this amazing time, and loads of love and light to you. So thank you.
There are no accidents.
Yes. All right. We're going to enjoy our private conversation. Okay. Oh, wait, I can't end it.